Hey ladies, so I wanted to make another quick video to be posting. I'll be posting this one later tonight. Will be the second pretty much video for the day. But there was something really that was just on my heart last night that I really wanted to talk about, but I didn't really have an opportunity. If you watched the mindset video, you saw Jackson got increasingly cranky as the video went on. And I mean, it was only like 4 minutes, but she gave me 3 to, excuse me, to be able to make that, and so I kind of had to wrap it up. And, I thought she was kind of cranky, but she really just needed some mommy time. So I, kind of cut it short and then went in her room and played blocks in the tent. So, either way, I definitely want to get this out there. This is something that, I think anybody can kind of take and resonate with in some way or another, but most specifically, it's going to definitely be a message for the moms. And, it's because it's something that I have dealt with so much. And I know a lot of us have, and we live in a society where, unfortunately, today there's a lot of judgment. There's a lot of women out there judging other women and the things that they do and the choices that they make. And, I'm not exactly sure where it became okay to do that, and where people just all of a sudden started caring too much about what everybody else was doing and not paying attention to what they should be in their own lives and their own things and decisions. And, I'm not sure where that all happened, but somewhere along the lines it did. Mom shaming is a real nasty thing nowadays. I haven't been a victim of it a lot. I did have a situation last year. I don't think it was mom shaming, but, I did have a situation last year with somebody really close to me who, decided to all of a sudden tell me they didn't agree with my parental decisions. But, other than that, I haven't had a lot of bullshit, I really haven't. But, one of the reason that I really wanted to talk about this is because it's, it's something that I've had to come to terms with, and I mean, the message here is it's okay to not be perfect, it's okay to not be the best mom out there. And, it's okay to do things differently and to want different things, and I think we're just so used to, hearing what society thinks that we should be doing, or, what we should be doing for our children, or, people around you like to give their opinions too, and not necessarily judgments, but their opinions, when they're not exactly asked for. But, you have to come to a place where you're like, you know what? Fuck it. It's okay. I mean, like an example, something that I've thought about, and the comparison game is nasty. But, either way, I am not one of those moms that has a big, giant, fancy birthday party with homemade things, or, invitations with family pictures on them that were made at Kinko's, or I don't even know if that place still exists. I mean, I handwrite invitations that we buy at Target, or Jordan does, depending on whose birthday it is. Jordan handwrites her own invitations, and I think that's fun, and she does too, and we enjoy that, and it's not fancy. And, and when she has her birthday party, sure, I mean, sometimes there's decoration, or I mean, sometimes we do a party. We don't always do a party every year, but, if we do a big party, of course, there's decorations and it's fun and, whatever, but I don't make, little cake pops with their name on them. You know what I mean? Or like, I don't make little napkins with their name on them, or, I don't do those sorts of things. I'm not a party planner, and that's just not me. And, there are tons of moms out there that do that, and I think it's super cute, and I think it's great. I'm not that mom, and just, I would always feel bad, like, am I just shortchanging Jordan, because I'm not doing all this fancy stuff for her and, whatever. But that doesn't matter to her, and maybe it's because she's my daughter and she's kind of got a lot of that from me, but I'm not one of those fancy party updo crazy. I mean, obviously I didn't even have a wedding, I mean, we just went to the courthouse and we signed papers and we agreed to love each other unconditionally. I didn't do the whole thing, and that's just never been my thing. But every time I would see other moms post pictures of their birthday parties that they, did for their kids, or, I get these super cute invitations in the mail, and it's like, God, I feel bad that I don't do that stuff. But, you really just, at the end of the day, and this is something that I used to do in the same time that I would be, it's basically like, it's prayer time, because I would think about the three things that went well, that I did good, like I talked about in my mindset video. And then, I would have a conversation with God, and, it was kind of like quiet time, laying in bed at night. And, that's where I really started to forgive myself for the things I don't do, and not that I need to be forgiven, but I feel sometimes like I do, because I feel like, why aren't I that mom? Is it like suck for my kid because she doesn't have that mom? Not really. We always make birthdays special, even if we don't do a big party, and sometimes we do, but not every year. We always have a cake on the day of, and I cook whatever they want. And side note, if you do that, if you ask what people want for their birthday dinners, is it just me, or do they always request the difficult shit? Like enchiladas and fucking lasagna? It's like, seriously, guys, like, why can't you just be like, you know what? I really want some, like, pizza and wings tonight. Bam. All right. Or, just something like a little simpler. But no, they always request the difficult stuff. But if it's something like that, we'll do it on the weekend. But we always have a special birthday, just us, the family, and now we're close to my mom, so she's coming over too, and having that special birthday with us, with the kids. But we've always done that for them, and we've always made the birthday special, but it's not ever been like a big fancy banners with her name on them and, things like that. Yeah, so, but, basically, what you have to, when you have those thoughts, and this is something definitely that you can do with the whole mindset game, when you have those thoughts of, those negative thoughts, like, God, is my kid, like, upset that I don't do stuff like that, or, whatever, you have to turn it around into a positive thought and be like, Jordan's never said anything to me like that. She's never said, Mom, how come you don't do that for me? Never. And I think a lot of times as moms and parents, we forget that in our children's eyes, we're godlike, and that's something that I think parents don't think about enough, and I've seen videos and things and articles about, moms that just totally, I saw there was one video where they asked moms, things about them and as being a parent or whatever, and it was all guilt and things they don't do and things that they were upset about. And when they asked the kids about their moms, they were like, my mom does everything, my mom is the best, and my mom, they just looked at them like they kind of idolized them because they do everything for them. And we don't think about that, and we need to think about that, because we beat ourselves up over nothing a lot of the times, and it's sad, and it may be because of what other people say or think, or just because of what other people do, especially nowadays where we have social media and, everybody's posting their highlight reel, and you're like, wow, she really has all her shit together. No, she doesn't. She's not posting everything. Nobody does. Nobody has all their shit together. We're all just hanging in there, doing the best we can, seriously. And a lot of people just think that because that's all they see. So, I'm just rambling, honestly, but I just really wanted to get a message out there, especially to the moms, that just be nicer to yourself. Really, your kid doesn't care about the fancy birthday parties. What Jordan's going to remember is that mom provided for the family. Mom bought her things, and, we do things together, and we go to the park and we play games, and, we have all kinds of board games. Last night, I posted a picture of her playing checkers with Jason, and honestly, I don't remember how to play checkers because it's been years. I kind of remember, but not exactly. I'm going to let Jordan teach me, and that's something that, she would love to do. And that quality time, and I think that's Jordan's love language too, is quality time, is what they remember in those sorts of things. You know, I mean, mommy's a superhero, not because mommy did fancy birthday parties. You know, mommy's a superhero because mommy was able to go into work late to go to the award ceremony, or mommy was able to make her favorite dinner on her birthday and then get her a badass birthday cake. You know, I mean, those are the things that matter to them. And, you know, so I just really encourage you to try and slow that down, and with your mindset and replacing those negative thoughts with positive thoughts, think about the things you do for them. You know, think about the things that you do for them, because there are moms out there who don't do much. You know, there are moms out there who are very hands-off. They're not, you know, really any sort of active in their kids' lives. They don't interact with their kids, you know, and I mean, I've seen this, you know, and then of course there's the total other end of that, you know, where abuse comes in, but I mean, that's totally different, opposite end of the spectrum, you know. But there's people out there that are doing way worse than you, and you need to start being kinder to yourself, and you need to start forgiving yourself for the things that you don't do, because they're not that important. They're not. At the end of the day, if your kid is fed and loved and taken care of and encouraged, that's what matters. You know, whether it's a child you gave birth to or whether it's a child that your spouse had, you know, I mean, that's what matters. So I really just, you know, wanted to get that out there, you know, because like I said, it was really on my heart last night, just because it really hurts me when I, you know, just see the things that moms go through and hear the things that moms put themselves through. You know, it's not fair. Our job is hard. Our job is so hard, you know, and some of us have to do it along with other jobs, you know. I mean, I'm on my way to my other job, and thank God it's Friday, you know, but I don't have a lot of time. So the time I have with the girls, I make it count. You know, I make it count. And it you know, on the weekends we try to do something, like we're not too far from a farm. Oh, we should totally go to the farm this weekend. Yes. Okay, sorry. But yeah, we're not too far from Schnepp Farms, you know, and so we go and we pick vegetables together, and they love it, you know, and they've got things for kids to do too, and it's just, you know, I mean, it's not too expensive, you know, if we don't pick all of the vegetables. The first time we went, Jason had to pick all of the vegetables, and we spent $40 in produce, you know, and we didn't need 4 heads of cabbage, but damn it, I figured out how to make some new cabbage recipes, you know. But either way, just, you know, be nicer to yourself. So this is your Friday reminder to tell yourself it's okay, and to give yourself a little grace, because you deserve it, mamas. Have a good day and have a wonderful weekend. We'll talk to you tomorrow.